Peace, y'all. What up? It's the producer, director, legendary videographer, investigative journalist, Choke No Joke, Arthur D. Olson III. I'm coming on, right, because the Tupac trial has begun. Jury selection has happened. The trial will start on Monday with opening arguments from the prosecution and the defense. And it will start with, their first witnesses on Monday. There are news stations out here like News Nation, TMZ, that's, in my opinion, being one-sided in this information, one-sided and giving information out here, and they are not looking at the other side of this defense. They are bringing on Reggie Wright Jr., Michael Dorsey. These people are all in cahoots with each other. Michael Dorsey and Reggie Wright Jr. work together. So to have them both go on News Nation and tell this story about Keefe D as if, they know that Keefe D is guilty, taking Michael Dorsey's word for it with Reggie is a very bad thing to do when you don't look at the overall evidence in this case and you just bringing these guys on your station to make this commentary and have people one-sided and not be like a Piers Morgan and have both sides of the coin, express, their opinions on this trial. So what I would like to do for y'all is to prove to y'all that, in my opinion, allegedly Reggie Wright Jr. has more involvement in Tupac Shakur's murder than Keefe D. People act like people don't lie for clout. People don't act like government officials or people can make you say things just for you to maintain your freedom. And that's what I believe in the Keefe D's case. Now, I'm not sitting here saying Keefe D is an innocent man. I'm not saying he's guilty, but I'm seeing a very one-sided news outlets out here pushing this narrative because Keefe D said it in his book and he did these interviews saying that he did it as if he can't lie. Just like the guy that lied and said on Vlad TV that he was in the car with 50 Cent. And Vlad put this guy on his channel and he believed him. To find out that the guy, I think his name was Calvin, was lying. He wasn't in the car with 50 Cent. So let's not act like people don't lie for attention. You know what I'm saying? But here's my thing, right? With all the inconsistencies that y'all have seen with Reggie Wright Jr. and all his lies, right? I'm gonna show y'all the biggest lie in this whole Tupac case. Reggie Wright Jr. came up with a lie that Orlando Anderson tried to take Tupac's chain when him and Frank Alexander got outside the MGM Grand and when they was going in. Now, he told Frank Alexander to say this before the fight, before anything happened. So, which would show me that allegedly this whole thing was planned. And the other story about the chain is just another story, right? Now, Reggie stating that he came up with this lie that Orlando Anderson tried to rob Tupac getting out of the cab going into the MGM Grand as an alibi, right? So he wouldn't get his appeal bond revoked, which is completely, pardon my French, bullshit. And to the Shakur family, I hope that y'all are paying attention to me and not News Nation and all these other outlets that are giving y'all a one-sided picture, because I'm giving you the stuff coming from Reggie's mouth. News Nation and all these other outlets, they don't have all the information that I have. This is why Reggie's mad at me and attacking me, because I'm doing the great investigative journalism, right? From both sides. So, for one, Reggie told Frank Alexander to lie about that the day before the incident. You can hear Frank Alexander say that, right? Second, Tupac already caught another charge when he got bailed out on the appeal bond. Many of y'all don't know that. Tupac caught a gun charge, right? And this is why Tupac was going to Vegas. Tupac didn't want to go to Vegas, according to the sources around him, right? Tupac caught a gun charge after he got bailed out on the appeal bond. David Kenner worked out a deal with Los Angeles County, right, for Tupac getting caught with that gun, and they gave Tupac community service. Tupac was going to Vegas to perform at a former cop's charity event who was, a boxer or training boxers or whatever. But this former cop was having a charity event for his boxing organization or whatever. And that's why Tupac had to go to Vegas, or at least that's what they told him. He had to do community service by performing at Club 662 after the Mike Tyson event for the charity event, right? Now, so this made up story that he was going to get his appeal bond revoked is complete bullshit from Reggie, all right? Tupac had already caught a case. So if you don't believe me, you look that up. So this all makes sense to a stupid mother effer out here that believe that Keefe D can't be lying and that he really did it, right? If that was the case, why would Reggie have to make any alibi for Orlando Anderson and Tupac getting into that altercation? Why would he have to lie and say, oh, Orlando Anderson tried to take Tupac's chain, that's why he jumped on him? When that didn't happen, when he already had the alibi that Orlando Anderson tried to take Trayvon Lane's chain, and that's why they jumped on him, right? Now, many of y'all gonna be like, Choke, what are you talking about? Well, pay attention. I'm gonna show you that Reggie is a goddamn liar. And he admits this, that he told Frank to lie. But why? Why would he need to lie if everything was on the up and up? And this whole murder is a cover-up, and Reggie Wright Jr. is the star of it. Now, you watch this and you tell me this makes sense to you, okay? Pay attention.